Let me share a story that might hit close to home. A few years ago, I had a patient. I'll call her Maria. She was in her late 50s, vibrant, active, and committed to living a healthy life. She had read an article claiming most people were vitamin D deficient, so she started taking 10,000 IU every day without talking to her doctor. She kept it up for nearly 2 years. At first, she felt great, more energy, better mood. But then the headaches started. Then came constant nausea, muscle weakness, and a nagging pain in her back that she chalked up to getting older. By the time she came to see me, her blood calcium was dangerously high, her kidneys were struggling, and her vitamin D level was more than double the safe upper limit. We had to stop her supplements immediately, put her on a strict treatment plan, and it took months for her levels and her health to recover. She's doing well now, but she told me she wished someone had warned her earlier. I'm sharing Maria's story not to scare you, but to remind you that health advice online, even well-meaning, can lead to real problems if it's not tailored to you. And here's the truth. Supplement companies don't always emphasize the risks because it's not good for sales. They'll highlight the benefits, but it's rare to see a bold warning about toxicity unless you dig into the fine print. Let's break down what actually happens in your body during vitamin D toxicity, because understanding the why makes it easier to take action. When you take too much vitamin D, your intestines absorb more calcium from food than your body needs. Your blood calcium levels rise, and because calcium plays a role in nerve and muscle function, even small imbalances can trigger symptoms: muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, confusion, even depression. The extra calcium also gets deposited into tissues where it doesn't belong. Your arteries, heart valves, kidneys. That's why unchecked vitamin D overload can lead to cardiovascular issues and kidney stones. Now, I'm not saying you should fear vitamin D. In fact, many people do need supplementation, especially if you live in northern climates, have darker skin, spend most of your time indoors, or wear sunscreen all the time. But the right approach is targeted, not random. You start with testing, you adjust your dose carefully, and you retest regularly. This way, you enjoy all the benefits: stronger bones, better immunity, more energy, without flirting with danger. Something else that's important: vitamin D doesn't work alone. Imagine your body's health like a symphony. Vitamin D is just one instrument. For the music to sound right, you need all the other players in balance. Magnesium helps convert vitamin D into its active form. Vitamin K2 guides calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. Even a healthy gut matters because some of the vitamin D you get from food is absorbed in your intestines. So if you're taking vitamin D but ignoring these other factors, you might not be getting the full benefit. Or worse, you could be setting yourself up for problems. That's why I often recommend people also check their magnesium and consider adding vitamin K2 if they're supplementing with vitamin D. You might be wondering, what about food sources? While vitamin D is harder to get from food compared to other vitamins, it's still worth including natural sources in your diet. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, fortified dairy or plant-based milk, and egg yolks all contain some vitamin D. These foods won't overload your system the way excessive supplements can, and they often come with other nutrients your body needs. Another common question I get is, if vitamin D is so important, why doesn't my doctor just put me on a high dose forever? The answer is, because medicine is about balance. Your body's needs change over time. What's right for you today might be too much next year. You might move to a sunnier climate, change your diet, or develop a condition that affects your vitamin D metabolism. That's why ongoing monitoring is key. I can't stress enough, vitamin D toxicity is preventable. You don't need to fear it if you're informed and proactive. The problem comes when people assume natural means harmless and take huge doses without guidance. Remember, arsenic is natural too, but that doesn't make it safe in large amounts. If you've made it this far in the video, you care about your health, and I want to empower you, not overwhelm you. So here's your simple action plan. Step 1. Get your vitamin D level tested. Ask for the 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Step 2. If you're low, supplement with the dose your doctor recommends, not what you saw in an online forum. Step 3. Retest in 3 to 6 months. Adjust your dose as needed. Step 4. If you're already in the healthy range, focus on maintenance, sunlight, diet, and possibly a lower dose supplement. Step 5. Consider your nutrient partners, magnesium, vitamin K2, and a balanced diet to support your bones and heart. Your health is too important to leave to guesswork. And I want you to think about this. Every choice you make about your health is either moving you closer to vitality or closer to risk. Knowing the potential dangers of even something as widely praised as vitamin D gives you the power to make smarter, safer decisions. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever experienced problems from taking too much vitamin D? How did you find out, and what did you do about it? Your comment could be the thing that helps someone else avoid a serious health scare. Take care of yourself, keep asking questions, and never stop learning. I'm here to guide you, but ultimately, you are the CEO of your own health. And I believe you're more than capable of making the right decisions when you have the right information. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend or family member who might be taking vitamin D. You could be giving them a gift far more valuable than any supplement, the gift of safe, informed health. Stay well, stay balanced, and I'll see you in the next video.